Spanning 11 time zones and 2 continents, its story is one of conquest, ideology, and enduring power. A land forged in the harshness of the North, destined to cast a long shadow over the globe. Its origins lie with the Kievan Rus, a medieval state that united Slavic tribes. But the modern Russian identity began to form from the ashes of the Mongol invasion, centered on the Grand Duchy of Moscow. Ivan the Terrible, the first Tsar, expanded its borders with ruthless ambition. His reign solidified the principle of autocracy, centralized and absolute power that would define Russia for centuries to come. This was the birth of the Russian Empire. Under leaders like Peter the Great, it looked westward, modernizing its military and building a new capital on the Baltic Sea, St. Petersburg, a window to Europe. Catherine the Great continued this expansion, pushing the empire's borders south and west into Eastern Europe. Russia became a dominant force, a sprawling giant whose influence was felt from the courts of Paris to the frontiers of Alaska. But beneath the gilded surface of imperial glory, discontent festered. A vast population of serfs lived in poverty, while revolutionary ideas from the West began to take hold. The old order was cracking. The breaking point came in 1917. World War I devastated the nation, leading to famine, mutiny, and chaos. The Tsar was overthrown, and the Romanov dynasty, which had ruled for 300 years, came to a bloody end. From the turmoil, a new power emerged, led by Vladimir Lenin and the Bolsheviks. They promised peace, land, and bread, but delivered a radical new vision for humanity: communism. The Russian Empire was reborn as the Soviet Union, the world's first socialist state. A red flag now flew over the Kremlin, signaling a new era of ideological struggle. The world would never be the same. After Lenin's death, Joseph Stalin seized control, unleashing a reign of terror and industrialization. Through brutal 5-year plans, he transformed a peasant society into an industrial juggernaut at an unimaginable human cost. Then came the ultimate test: World War II. The Nazi invasion brought Russia to the brink of annihilation. But the Soviet people, through immense sacrifice, repelled the invaders and marched all the way to Berlin. This victory cemented the USSR's status as a superpower. The world was divided in two, locked in a tense standoff known as the Cold War. It was a battle of ideologies, fought with spies, proxy wars, and the constant threat of nuclear annihilation. For decades, the Iron Curtain divided Eastern Europe, with Moscow as the undisputed master of the socialist bloc. The arms race and the space race pushed human technology to its limits, all under the shadow of mutually assured destruction. Yet, the Soviet system, burdened by economic stagnation and a lack of freedom, began to crumble from within. In 1991, the unthinkable happened. The Soviet Union dissolved. The fall of the USSR plunged Russia into a decade of crisis and uncertainty. A fragile democracy struggled to find its footing amidst economic collapse and a loss of national prestige. The former superpower was on its knees. From this chaos, a new leader emerged: Vladimir Putin. He promised to restore order, national pride, and Russia's place on the world stage. Modern Russia began to reassert its influence. Today, Russia stands once again as a major player in global geopolitics. Its vast energy reserves, powerful military, and assertive foreign policy challenge the post-Cold War order, particularly in Eastern Europe. The echoes of its imperial past and its superpower history resonate in its current actions. It is a nation forever caught between its European and Asian identities. Between its authoritarian traditions and its aspirations for greatness, Russia's history isn't over. The next chapter may shape the world,